Hi, my name is Daryl Ford. I am Equilibrium's product manager for mediarich for SharePoint. Today I'm going to show you the mediarich integration into SharePoint. Mediarich for SharePoint allows you to visualize all documents and digital media assets within SharePoint by creating thumbnails of each document, image, or video file. Over 300 document, image, and video file formats are supported, including Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, PDF, Photoshop, and Adobe Illustrator. This saves time for information workers, creatives, and other staff searching for documents and files, because they can instantly view the assets. A zoom and pan facility allows a close inspection of all of the assets without having to spend time opening it with an application. In addition, mediarich will extract image and video metadata and allow those fields to be searched upon. Once any asset has been discovered, you can use mediarich's self-service workflows to create any derivative needed as well as export them as desired. Mediarich for SharePoint helps integrate the use of Macintosh computers in a SharePoint environment with a special uploader. The Media Batch Uploader is designed so that folders of documents and images may be ingested from any computer while maintaining their hierarchy. All of mediarich for SharePoint's functionality is tightly integrated into the SharePoint environment. There are no external applications to manage security. It's all handled inside of SharePoint. We feel that SharePoint is a great collaborative and document management tool. With mediarich for SharePoint, SharePoint is taken to the next level. It provides integrated visualization and self-service of digital assets within SharePoint. Let's start by taking a look at the digital asset funnel. This is the digital asset funnel. It illustrates that mediarich for SharePoint can ingest over 300 image and video file formats. Everything from Office documents, Flash videos, Photoshop files, Windows Media, QuickTime movies, MPEGs, and SWIFT files. All of these different digital assets can be ingested into mediarich for SharePoint, visualized, and from mediarich for SharePoint, you can export these documents out for PC or web, for print and direct-to-print, and for mobile applications. Mediarich for SharePoint is directly integrated with the Windows SharePoint services and Microsoft Office SharePoint Server. By extending SharePoint's document library construct, mediarich for SharePoint maintains compatibility with the widest array of SharePoint collaboration services and portal functionality. All security, file storage, and access to the solution are controlled through the standard SharePoint administration site. By utilizing SharePoint in this way, the solution is delivered through trusted and secure Microsoft infrastructure and truly builds directly onto your SharePoint investment. Mediarich for SharePoint can be configured for any size organization from single server on up and is designed to scale in parallel with any Microsoft SharePoint topology. For example, if your SharePoint implementation is a single server SharePoint farm, you can have a single server mediarich application server. As your organization grows and you scale out your SharePoint implementation, you can scale out mediarich as well by adding cores. When your organization reaches the point where you've got multiple web front ends or you've got assets that are significant in size and volume, you can scale out the mediarich server cluster and you can start doing SharePoint clustering. Deployment of this modern digital asset solution automates the ingestion, organization, and delivery of all of your digital assets, extracting maximum value from your assets enterprise-wide. Sizable gains are immediately realized via streamlined process and self-service DAM functions, while freeing staff to focus on higher-level product development opportunities. The creation of a self-service DAM within a standardized collaborative portal system, SharePoint, will deliver substantial positive impact and ROI across all company activities anywhere visual assets are required. Mediarich for SharePoint self-service DAM transactions can shorten the asset discovery, identification, approval, and the manual derivative procurement process from 1 to 3 hours, using 2 people in 2 days, down to 1 to 3 minutes and only 1 person. SharePoint's document library does not provide much in the way of visualizations and assisting in the searching functionality. mediarich for SharePoint brings a new document library, a new asset browser, and the media cart batch processing system. Let's take a look at how this is all put together and works. And here we have the default SharePoint document library. As you can see, it doesn't give us much of a hint of what the document is, what kind of document it is, or even if it's an image or a document. The only thing we have to go by is a limited icon and the document name itself. In contrast, the mediarich document library visualizes all the assets that you upload into it. mediarich can ingest over 300 different file formats and create thumbnails and zoom and pan files, as well as extracting metadata. Some of the file formats that we can ingest, for example, are JPEGs, TIFFs, Word documents, Adobe Illustrator, Microsoft PowerPoint, just to illustrate a few. mediarich for SharePoint can zoom and pan on any file format that we can ingest, including Word documents. An advantage to this is that a user does not have to download this document, open up Office, and then preview it to determine if it's the correct document that they're looking for. Very quickly, they can zoom in, review the document, and determine if it's the document that they are looking for. Then they can go through the checkout and download process. With images, you get a high quality, very detailed zoom and pan. As you can see in this illustration, we've zoomed into this particular TIFF image quite a ways, and we're still getting a fairly high quality result. Now that we've seen the visualization components that mediarich for SharePoint brings to SharePoint, let's take a look at metadata extraction. mediarich for SharePoint supports different metadata standards supported by the imaging industry. These standards include EXIF, IPTC, XMP, and video metadata. Included with the document library, we include views that will give you all of these standards in a concise format. With the EXIF metadata, you'll get information such as camera manufacturer, camera model, focal length, and f-stop. IPTC, which is written by many cameras and many software applications, we can present information such as author, copyright, and processing instructions. With XMP, which is fully supported by all of the Adobe products, we present information such as the creator tool, shot location, photographer, and rights information. With video, we provide the image format, the duration of the video, the frame size, and the product that created the video itself. As part of the visualizations that mediarich for SharePoint brings to SharePoint, we've provided the mediarich image browser web part. This web part will bring all of the enhanced visualizations into a search environment. The two different ways to use this environment are either to browse using point and click, similar to a folder structure that many users are used to, or to do an index search. This search will use the metadata that's either been extracted or added via the SharePoint interface. The simple search looks at specific pieces of metadata as a whole and will return any data provided. In this result, we have 5 items that have nature defined somewhere within the metadata. To refine this search, we can do an advanced search where we can specify exactly what we're looking for. Again, we'll use nature, but this time we will define it to categories, which returns the same grouping that we had prior in the simple search. Now, if we wanted to refine this search, we can select another metadata field. In this example, we use keywords, and we will refine this down to flowers. Once your assets have been discovered, there are 2 different ways that we provide for you to create derivatives on these assets and get them out of SharePoint. The first way is by exporting a single image. The second way is by adding it to the media cart so that you can do batch processing on multiple assets. Let's first take a look at the export image process. By selecting Export Image, you're starting a workflow that we provide. This workflow allows you to do basic Photoshop-like functionality on the asset. You can do things like rotate, crop, and execute media script operations against this derivative asset. These media script operations are actually JavaScript that reside on the mediarich server and are completely customizable by you. We provide the list that you see here, and you have the ability to modify this list, adding and removing, or changing what each one of these operations does. For demonstration purposes, I prefer to use the convert to grayscale. This original photograph is a TIFF. I actually would like the output format to be a JPEG, but you can also choose one of the other various formats that we provide as well. Another option that you have is to be able to scale it to a specific size. And you can change the resolution. In this example, I'm going to presume that we're going to be putting this on a website. Once you've completed configuring, you select Finish, and SharePoint will send this to your mediarich server for processing. Once the processing is complete, it streams the results back to the client's desktop. And there we have our converted to grayscale JPEG of our sunflower. These 2 particular documents have already been added to my media cart, as demonstrated by the little cart showing up. If I had not, I could easily add them to the media cart by selecting them and clicking Add to Media Cart. Once we've added the assets to the media cart, we can navigate to the media cart by clicking on Go to Media Cart. The media cart site is a shared workspace that segregates by security the assets that the individual will have access to. By clicking on Show Contents, I can see everything that I've added to my media cart in prior searches, including the search that we just performed. Similar to export image, batch submission can perform media script operations. And again, these media scripts are stored on the mediarich server. We provide the list that you see here, and as with the export image, you have the ability to tailor this list to your specific needs. For this demonstration, we're going to composite our corporate logo onto the document. The resulting images can be stored in a mediarich batch out folder, which is a folder that is stored on mediarich server. Typical uses for this can include a shared folder that can be added to everybody's desktop, or you can create an FTP site on the mediarich server and use this folder as the source for your FTP site. Sending the results in an email is also an option, and the mediarich server will take the resulting images, zip them up, and attach them in an email to whoever you wish it to go to. You can also store the results back inside of SharePoint. And in this particular case, it's going to store the results in the Media Batch Results document library in the current site. The batch name gets used when creating subfolders for storing the resulting images. This gets used in both the batch out folder and in the mediarich batch results document library. You have options to create a zip file, to overwrite previous, and to send an email notification. In the email notification, you will get a hyperlink back to where the resulting assets reside. In this particular case, I'm going to select the 2 flowers that we chose, and I'm going to submit this batch job. To monitor the progress of this batch, we also provide this little web part that monitors the batch queue. By refreshing the display, I can see where the status is on this particular batch job. This frees the end user from having to stay on this site and wasting this session or the end user's valuable time. They can go on and do other things and come back here to see what the status is. In this particular demo, we're doing 2 small images, so it's not going to take very much time. But had I chosen 40 or 100 images, this could take several minutes, and rather than waiting, I can just wait for the email to show up. Once the batch processing is complete, we can navigate to the media batch results. All the results are separated by the user that submitted the batch job. And then a subfolder is created with the batch name that was submitted. And here we see our corporate logo embedded on the image in a new derivative. In this particular case, this is actually a brand new image in this document library inside of SharePoint. As with all media-rich document libraries, we provide you with this highly scalable, high-performance zoom and pan. Now let's take a look at how you get documents into a mediarich for SharePoint document library. By utilizing event receivers to generate the visualizations and extract the metadata, you can take advantage of any means available to upload data within SharePoint. These can include the default upload document. If you have Office 2003 or greater, the upload multiple documents, a WebDAV interface, or the Explorer view available within SharePoint's interface. mediarich for SharePoint also provides the Media Batch Uploader. The Media Batch Uploader is a Java applet that is cross-browser and cross-platform compatible. This means that you can upload from a Mac, including multiple files and directory structures. This functionality is available in Mac, Windows, supported on Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari. Let's take a look at how the uploader looks. For the single file upload, let's go ahead and select our file. when we click on OK, SharePoint is going to get the file uploaded. The event receiver is going to pass the file to mediarich to generate the thumbnail, the zoom and pan file, and extract the metadata. And then we're going to be pushed to a metadata update screen so that you can modify any metadata that hasn't been updated or change metadata that has been updated. As you can see, mediarich takes the file name and generates the thumbnail. And here's the metadata that got extracted out of the file. Once we're satisfied with the results, we click on OK. And here's our uploaded file into our mediarich for SharePoint document library. Now, utilizing the Microsoft Office multi-file upload, we can take advantage of this same technology. We'll just select our two documents, click on OK, and let the system do the work for us. And here we go. Our two uploaded documents, thumbnailed and zoom and panable. Now, if your requirements demand a more complex upload process, you can take advantage of the Media Batch Uploader. The Media Batch Uploader is a Java applet that runs on any platform and any browser. One of the advantages is that we can take an entire directory structure and upload it into SharePoint and maintain that structure and content. So here we're uploading the upload demo folder, some images, a couple of subfolders and images in those. While this process runs, it will be generating the zoom and pan file, the thumbnail, and extracting metadata. When it's finished, we'll be able to navigate to that folder and see all of our content. Here's our uploaded folder. Here's the 3 images in our root folder, our first subfolder and image, and our second subfolder and image. So let's go take a look at our user experience on the Mac. So here we are on the Mac. We're back at the root of our site. We're going to navigate to our upload demo. And as you can see, we've got all the data that we uploaded in Windows ready to go. Now let's add some data from the Mac. We're going to go ahead and do an entire directory structure as well from here to give you an idea of what this experience would be like. And again, the process is identical. Once the upload is finished, we navigate back to our library. And here's our Mac upload directory folder. And our subfolders. And zoom and pan. As you've seen, with mediarich for SharePoint, SharePoint is taken to the next level. It provides integrated visualization and self-service of digital assets and much more, all within SharePoint. mediarich extends your investment in the Microsoft platform without having to add another more costly and redundant silo application. Immediate benefits include reduction in IT management overhead, training and productivity expenditures, while accelerating return on investment. At Equilibrium, we know that memorable branding creates a significant business advantage. To modify and distribute digital assets consistently and efficiently, enterprises need a sophisticated collaboration infrastructure that fosters creativity and streamlines deployment while protecting the integrity of image and video assets. And the best solution for doing that is mediarich for SharePoint. Thank you for taking the time to view this demonstration. Do not hesitate to contact an EQ sales representative.